children being dressed up as Santa Claus or wearing those red hats. On the face of it, little kids having fun and celebrating Christmas should not be a problem. But there does exist a point of question which is worth considering. Okay? Let us say when Janmashtami takes place, would you expect kids in America and the UK to be dressed up as Lord Krishna? Have you ever seen this happening? No, not really. Okay? So, from the point of view of why is that, and from only that point of view, I want to get into this conversation because then that makes it a conversation worth having. Major Mohd Ali Shah is joining us on the broadcast. Sumit Peer is also on the broadcast with us. Let me take the opportunity of introducing Savio Rodriguez as well. He is founder and editor-in-chief of the Goa Chronicle. So now let's get a very interesting perspective on Mohd Ali Shah. Now, Major Shah, of course, the faith of Islam does not have human representations. Okay, so there is no Santa Claus, there are no imagery, and there is no red hats to worship on Christmas Day. But I'm sure you've grown around in circles, especially, of course, your childhood would have been spent in army circles and cantonments, where yes, you had your eggnog and you had your Christmas celebrations and Christmas parties. It's a holiday and people go out for Christmas Eve dinners. It's part of culture. Is it fair to ask that, how is it that the same is not replicated abroad?
No, it is fair to ask that, Rishabh. There's no question about that. But then it's a matter of choice again. Like if you wish to celebrate any other festival, most welcome. No one's stopping you. No one is forcing you. No one's pushing your lead. But it's a will. Like I'm a Muslim, but we celebrate all festivals. We celebrate Diwali, we celebrate Holi, we celebrate Christmas. And in fact, why not so? And I think we have a Christmas tree in our house. In fact, I have come elsewhere to celebrate Christmas out of Delhi right now, to celebrate Christmas for that matter. And I would do the same thing perhaps for any other festival. So about Christmas, when we see red cap, Santa Claus, we see Christmas tree. And see, firstly, I believe everything in moderation is very good. Nothing in
but Mohammed, you know the question I'm asking, right? Because I've drawn the caveat, okay? So in the Islamic faith, you don't dress up like someone, okay? Because it's considered illegitimate haram to actually try to represent somebody in physical form. But in the Hindu faith, you do. I mean, you dress up from Ram Leela, you dress up for a Janmashtami. But you would not see this happening in New York, where a lot of kids would dress up as Lord Krishna, regardless of which faith they came from. But you see a lot of Indian kids dress up as Santa Claus. Now, that is a product of the Raj. That's not just free choice. It's not my free choice that I'm speaking in English. It's not my free choice. It's happening because of historical events far predating my birth. So, in that event, is it fair?
Well, Rishabh, for that matter, even thank you came from the British. Even sorry came from the British. Even please came from the British. I mean, English. In fact, we are speaking English, as you said. Well, it may not be fair. But then the very fact is it's about acceptability. It's about universalhood. It's about whatever you are, people accept you all over. So it is, if I go to a country where they do not speak Hindi at all, and they don't understand Hindi, and if I speak, no, I will speak in Hindi. I'll give you a small example, like in South. I grew up in Tamil Nadu in a boarding school over there. So we used to land up in Coimbatore station. And sometimes we experienced a person would understand Hindi, but he would not communicate with us in Hindi. He would say, Hindi tere there. Only in English or in Tamil. So which we found sometimes ridiculous. We felt, but yet there were some very, very good Tamilians who would speak to us in English. If they would speak Hindi, they would speak in Hindi as well. So it may not be fair. If you're doing it deliberately, it is not fair.
Okay. But Major Shah, in your assessment, okay, having now had this conversation and of course thought about this, how much of this is religious and how much of this we are just, I won't say victims, but we are just subsumed by popular culture, okay? That the movies that we watch, from Home Alone to all which we grew up with are all based around Christmas, and we are still consumed by popular culture which emanates from the West, even if it's not directly religion related.
Okay, Rishabh, that's a very interesting question, and I admire the way you steer the entire discussion. And I don't think it is more of religious based. It's more of cultural based, in fact. Firstly, now secondly, it's again a matter of choice, as I said earlier. But the moment we make it compulsory for someone that no, you got to celebrate Janmashtami, you got to celebrate Eid, you got to celebrate Christmas, you got to celebrate Bhai Dooj, whatever. Then it becomes it's something wrong now. But now, when you actually institutionalize a festival, when you say it's compulsory for you to get Santa Claus hats, caps, you got to get this. I don't think it should be made compulsory. It's a matter of choice and it should be made left to everyone to decide on their own to decipher what they wish to. Now, also having said that, there is a lot of depression, there's a lot of sadness, there people a lot of stress. Today, people are stressed, be it their career, be it their job, professional life, personal life. So they need a reason to celebrate, just an excuse.
Okay.
So
We take a break. Gentlemen, thank you. Merry Christmas to all of you. See you in a